Hello friends, my today's video is all about the important ages in literature. My main motive to make this video is to provide you the information of all the writers which were there in that period. I have given you the short description of the video of each age in the video, but that is not the full description. I have given you the glimpse of each age so that you can get the idea what all was happened at that time. But my main motive is to provide you the information of the writers which were there in the particular age. I'll make the full description video of each age very soon, but till now you have to learn these writers which were there on that particular age. Let's get started with the video now. First we have the age of Chaucer, then age of revival, Elizabethan age, Jacobean and Carolina age, Civil War and interregnum, Restoration age, Enlightenment age, Romantic age, Victorian age, modern age and postmodern age. Let's start with the video now. Age of Chaucer. In the literary history, the age of Chaucer is dated from 1340 to 1400, as in 1340 Chaucer was born and in 1400 Chaucer died. So in the age of Chaucer, various major events happened like Hundred Years' War, Black Death, Battle of Crecy, Peasants' Revolt. So there are so many things, so many events, very major events has happened in this age. Age of Revival, 1400 to 1550 AD. In this age, many political and social changes have happened which led to literary development, and the Reformation was started by Martin Luther. He said that don't depend on clergy, and he was against the clergy as there are so many Catholic churches which have opened all over the Europe, and there is War of Roses also, and one most important thing, there is the arrival of printing press. But dates are important, that printing press has came to Europe by John Gutenberg in 1450, and printing press has came to England by William Caxton on 1467. Elizabethan age, 1550 to 1600 AD. It is also known as Golden Period and a Golden Age. So Elizabethan came to the throne in 1558 and she healed the land from Protestant and Catholics. She declared herself as a supreme governor of the state, and in this age only art has flourished, because before that there was war and bloodshed. As in this period only the human beings have started thinking about themselves, because before that there was only God and the human sins. But in this period people have started thinking about themselves, and she has turned England into massive supplier of wool and support agriculture. And yes, there is a Bible translations, the Wycliffe's Bible translation, and Gutenberg printed the Bible in 1450. Tyndale wrote New Testament in 1525, and King James Bible we have here. So there is a Bible translations in this age. Jacobean and Carolina Age, 1600 to 1640 AD. Jacobean Age. In Jacobean Age, the King James I of England has become the king and is also known as the James IV of Scotland. After Elizabeth has died, he became the king, and he never wanted Parliament contradict in his opinions, and he was the only son of Mary I of Scotland, and Elizabeth has killed his mother, but he's a kind man, never hates her. And he also come in conflict with the parliament as they don't like his ruling. So King James I of Bible in Jacobean age, he's translated that. And in Carolina age, Charles first, son of James first, has become the king, and he has done so many mistakes during ruling, like he wants to marry Catholic princess, and England has never good command over France, and Charles first has married princess from France. So he has done so many bad things in this age. Civil War and interregnum, 1640 to 1660 AD. In 1640 to 1649, there was a civil war started in England, and Charles first was killed by their own people. There was There was a war between Charles I and the parliament, that Charles I was saying that there is no right of parliament to rule him, and vice versa. Parliament was also saying that there is no right of Charles I to interfere in parliament. Civil war has divided England into two parts, that is loyal and a favor to king. Like north and southwest people are royalist, and the people who were in London and south from southeast, they are parliamentary, that is they support parliament. And there are poets who are known as Carolina poet. They are the poets who supported Charles first. And there are two civil wars from 1642 to 1646, and then 1647 to 1649. And in 1640 to 1642 this new parliament started, and this parliament was against Charles first. And then interregnum 1649, Oliver Cromwell has come, and Charles II, the son of Charles I, has tried to take the crown, but there was war, and Cromwell has won that war and became the Lord Protector of England. It was democratic, but republic. It was not democratic, sorry, but republic. And he divided. Cromwell has divided England into 11. There was very strict rule in the England at that time, like makeup and brand colors, clothes has banned. So, and hard work is necessary for salvation, and theaters and entertainment was banned. Sunday must be with the Lord, and on Christmas day there is no celebration but only praying. So there are so many strict rules in England at that time. People hated him a lot, and in 1658 he died and buried in Westminster Abbey. And Richard, the son of Cromwell, he has lost the kingdom of ruler, and Charles II has came in 1660 and took the control of England again, and become monarchy again. He removed the body of Cromwell from Westminster and declared as a threat to everyone. So there are so many things like that. The theater band and everything has turned the tables ups and down, like in this way. Restoration Age 1660 to 1700 AD. In 1660, King Charles II was brought to the throne. The people of England were suffering from tension due to strict rule of Cromwell. Thus, the nation welcomed the restoration of Charles II, and this restoration brought about a revolutionary change in the social life and literature. During this period, there was spiritual zeal, which were thrown to the winds, but the king had a number of mistresses, and he was surrounded by corrupt people, and there was corruption all around. And we can see that there was a rise of two political parties, the Whig party and the Tories party, and the Whigs were opposing and the Tories were supporting the king. The rise of these parties gave a fresh importance to men of literary ability. Both the parties supported them, and the religious controversy were also going on. It was very bitter, and the Protestant and the Catholics were face to face, and the nation was predominantly Protestant. The Catholics were being punished. Dryden's reflect these religious and political conflicts of the day. Then Charles' brother James II ascended the throne in 1685, and there is a rise of new classicism also. There is the imitation of ancients, and thus the Restoration Age has great importance in the literary history of England. This age offered leading authors like Dryden and Congreve, whose contribution to the literature is memorable. Enlightenment Age 1700 to 1800 AD. Time is not sure, but it is for 100 years. There was wisdom and understanding, and there is ability to think rationally. It is an age of sensibility. Augustus was a ruler, and prose was a major language here. Humanism was a key belief, and there is an equal opportunity for all. There is skepticism, like they are aware of rejecting the rules which king has set, and there is individualism. Everyone has certain rights and liberty, and scientific revolution was there, which helped the Enlightenment age more. Romantic Age 1800 to 1850 AD. The Romantic Age is also known as the Age of Revolutions. Exactly in this short period, three revolutions took place. First is the American Revolution, then the French Revolution, then the Industrial Revolution. In the second half of 18th century, there was a new view of the world and new literary style due to economic, political and social changes. Sensibility and imagination began to replace rationality and harmony. The English Romanticism is a revolt of imagination against reason, and it was influenced by the French Revolution and the Industrial Revolution. The Romantics expressed a negative attitude towards the existing social or political condition. It placed the individual at the center of art, and it argued that poetry should be free from all the rules. Victorian Age from 1850 to 1900 AD. Victorian literature is a literature mainly written in English during the reign of Queen Victoria, that is 1837 to 1901. So this is the period where there is a Reform Act of 1832. There was the industrialization growth also, and the Charles Dickens dominated the first part of Victoria's region and most rightly can be called the king of Victorian literature. American poetry also flourished in this age, and women's write novels, and there was a focus on children literature also. Modern Age 1900 to 1950 AD. Modern period in the English literature begins with the 20th century. The period saw an abrupt break from the old ways of interacting with the world. In all the previous periods, there was the experimentation and individualism. They were very discouraged. But in this age, the both things became virtues. And there was the advancement of social science and the natural science in this age. And also modern age helped in replacing the simple belief of the Victorians into modern man's desire to prop. And there were various changes took place in the field of literature also during the modern period. The imaginative writers versus structure of the verses of Victorian period became obsolete, and the writers' work started losing the magic they used to have in the previous age. And the Victorian writers were becoming rancid, and their works were failing to evoke the spirit of the readers. And yes, modern world people were more into the independence. They don't want to bind by the parental authority, whereas Victorians believed in maintaining the home life. They considered themselves as a family person more, and moreover the feeling of love was getting limited to sex in modern times. Love had become less of romance and more like of a greed. Postmodern age from 1950 to 2000 AD. Some believe that the postmodern age writings have the most influence of World War II, as the postmodern age was after World War II. There was skepticism, there was lot more things in postmodern age that I'll tell you when I'll make the whole video of these ages in detail. That's all for today. That's all for today's video. I'll make the full description video of each age very soon. But till that, do subscribe my channel. Please hit the bell icon and do follow me on Instagram by this page. Thank you so much. Bye bye.